All right, it's the following day from putting the new exhaust on and not raining out. And I've got a long drive today, so I'll get some real driving time, but I swear this truck's a little bit more potent. And the interior noise is just right. So I give credit to the MBRP guys that designed this new exhaust for the new 7.3 motor. Did a really good job. This exhaust has made this truck even more fun. Funner or more fun. Wow. It's really nice. I mean, I'm really kind of taken back because I've bought different exhausts for a lot of my different vehicles, and it's like a hit or miss. Either it's like you really love it or you really hate it. And so far, this thing's just really nice, and I really feel like this truck's been opened up and just breathing better. I mean, it's just like nothing, man. I mean, I'm not even giving this thing much gas. We're going up a hill right now, and it's just really a really nice setup. You will not be disappointed, and only those that will be disappointed are the ones that really want that loud, obnoxious exhaust. And in all reality, just cut the pipe out where the cat back is, and don't even put a muffler on the truck. I mean, in all sincerity, so that's you'll get some noise out of it then. So MBRP, once again, so far really good job. And I'm gonna get out on the highway here before long, be up in the 70-mile-an-hour range, and then we'll start to get a little better idea if that drone starts to kind of settle in, but I don't think it is. And I won't do much talking. I'll give you a little for a 7,000 plus pound truck. I mean, this is pretty great. And I had the 6.4 gas motor in my Ram 2500 truck. I think that was a 2016 black mega cab, and that was a nice setup. And I did put an aftermarket exhaust on it, and I'm trying to remember who it was. And part of me says it was MBRP's exhaust, and oh my gosh, that truck was too noisy. And it did get that drone in that interior of that mega cab, because it's a big, it's a big ass cab, and it was obnoxious. I mean, I had people ride with me, and even they were like, "Oh my god, this thing's just too noisy." It was fun as far as the noise goes, but after a while, just too noisy. And the interior drone was just too overwhelming. You had a hard time carrying a conversation. Won't have that problem with this. You can tell by me just talking through the video right now. Something I got to thinking about us guys out there, and gals too. There's a lot of gals out there that love trucks, and that's really cool. My daughter's one of them. She's just close to being 16 years old this June, and I just got to thinking, you give a guy a truck, and is he happy? That's been my passion my whole life. I really kind of came from wanting a truck more than a car when I was a young kid. That was my fixation, was lifted four-wheel drive trucks. And I mean, to the point I begged my dad to buy a new Chevy truck, really a new Ram, a Dodge Power Wagon back in the 1976. But believe it or not, it was an $8,000 vehicle, and we ended up having to buy the Chevy, which that was nice because it was like $6,000. My dad just couldn't afford that $8,000 truck. So just from my teenage years and younger, I always wanted a truck, and I've always been happy when I'm behind the wheel of a truck. I think that's just something that us truck guys and gals really do like in life. You got to have a truck. And if you're that type of person, you really get that conversation. Out of the open highway now, and wow, this thing just sweet. I mean, this truck, this gas motor, it's potent. And I know all the diesel guys out there kind of probably holding back a little bit on their comments, and that's fine. I mean, no doubt the diesel's badass. Diesel's going to be more powerful, I get it. But for the gas motor setup in this truck, oh my gosh, this thing's just really fun. I mean, you will not be disappointed. This truck's not even, look at the speed I'm at. I mean, look at the RPMs. I mean, wow, nothing. Now, to me, interesting, if my fuel economy, I mean, I don't think at the speeds I'm doing, I'm going to get much better fuel mileage, but I think if I tamed her down, I'd be amazed if my fuel economy doesn't get better. So it'll be interesting as the day progresses. You know, what I gather is it'll probably be about close to a 200-mile day today, so we'll see what I can push her. I do a lot of riding in vehicles, and I've done this since 1985. I've lived behind the wheel of a vehicle for my career, so I've done a lot of miles and a lot of independent time where there's nobody next to me, and you just kind of think. And sometimes when you're not with a bunch of people, you can kind of think clearly sometimes. And it's interesting what's going on in today's world's markets, and especially the oil market. And this isn't a conversation that's meant to be anti-green and not want to help this physical planet we live on. That's not the message. The message, if you think about what's going on right now, the world oil market of the non-use of fuels because the coronavirus impact to all the world economies of transportation. And you really should think to yourself, wow, this is really a reflection if the electric, transportation really overtakes the fossil fuel industry. And if you see what's happened to the, world economy, this is just kind of a glimpse of what you would see in the future. And I think it's probably 15, 20 years away. It would kind of be my guess. And even at that, that's hard to say it would be radical, but just look at today's oil, which a week ago had a negative $37 value because of the glut, and that's kind of what the electric agenda will do to the world oils, and then the amount of money that's being collected by the governments is just evaporated. So, the message here is, I think we're looking right now at potential conversion of, transportation of how energy is used. Now, I've talked about RPMs, so we're at about 2,300, 2,400 RPMs. Let me see what we're doing there. So, this is an open highway truck, man. 10-speed auto makes it possible. She just rocks and rolls like nothing. Something else to think about. I was going to change out these factory Goodyear tires, but being this is a heavy-duty truck, I think it's an E rating. I mean, I'm not the tire expert on all that. I know the different ratings, but I'm not sure if this is what category. But being it's a heavy-duty truck, you just can't put any bigger tire, because I've looked into that, and my tire guy's like, yeah, we can put a bigger tire in that wheel for you, but then you've lost your tow rating capacity in your other, whatever you're doing with your truck. So just something to think about. And in all sincereness, this factory tire wheel setup is perfect, really. I mean, I wouldn't change it. I think it's going to be whatever, to each his own, but I'm just letting you know the tire that's on it, it really is a nice nice tire, and I'm not getting a lot of vibration out of it, and I don't get a lot of noise out of it, so it's a good, you know, all-purpose tire, and I think it looks good in the truck. Just holding steady at 12.1 miles per gallon. Now, I gotta tell you what, I've owned so many trucks and heavy-duty trucks, and this for me right now is the most comfortable one-ton truck I've owned yet. I mean, this is a truck you can definitely take across the country like nothing. I mean, it really is a comfortable truck. And if you're a truck guy and you know these one-ton trucks, these beefy, heavy-duty suspensions, usually they just beat the crap out of you. And this truck here, I'm amazed. I am really amazed at how this truck just goes down the road and does not beat you up. Kind of in the city driving now, and 12 miles a gallon. We're not budging. I'm kind of surprised. I figured this thing would possibly go at about 13 with this new exhaust on it. So, but I'm running her pretty hard. So I guess if I baby her a little bit more, it'll probably be all right. In the city now, not too shabby. You know how the city roads are; they're pretty crapola, and you know, not bad. It seems not brutal. Got stiffer suspension, sucking up the bumps pretty good. She gets right out of her way, man. I mean, this thing ain't nothing. Getting her going. Times have changed, right? Where is everybody, huh? Wonder if Waze is taking me to Pennsylvania Avenue here in DC. I have no idea what this thing's doing. Should have taken me a whole different route, but I know there's major road construction going on in the tunnel, so maybe that's why it's diverted me. DC's pretty active, not packed by any means. People are out and about. I should say the first official car wash is Automated Car Wash. This is a pretty good place, and I take my nice cars here. And years ago, I wouldn't have done that. I mean, I was never a guy to take my car to a car wash. It wasn't until this place opened up. They get a really good system here, and I take all my cars here when I kind of get lazy to do my own, because I used to spend hours. I used to spend like 4 hours a weekend, every weekend, washing all my cars. And oh my gosh, I did that for 20 plus years. I mean, more than that as far as my lifetime goes, but as far as just taking care of my fleet. Let's hear the remote startup. How about that idea? That's interesting. Just got her clean. Well, I'm at the gas station to get some fuel, and 12.1, we didn't beat it. So she's a 12 mile per gallon truck is kind of what I'm thinking now. If you baby the hell out of her, maybe 13. It's gonna happen with me. 12, and you know, $1.50, $2 gas. I think I'm getting 24 miles a gallon personally.